And back to New Hampshire, Democrats went for Bernie Sanders almost all across the board. He defeated Hillary Clinton by 22 points in Tuesday's primary. And exit polls show even bigger margins in certain groups. One of them is women under the age of 45. They are a prime target for Clinton, but those voters preferred Bernie Sanders by 69 to 29%. And 83% of young Democrats voted for the 74-year-old Vermont senator. Nancy Cordes is in Manchester, New Hampshire, with a reaction from both of the candidates. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. The sign says it all. New Hampshire was for Bernie. It denied Clinton the kind of come-from-behind victory she enjoyed 8 years ago. In fact, she wasn't able to close the gap at all. Sanders won among women, among men, among liberals, among moderates. The biggest non-incumbent victory for a Democrat here since 1964.
I still love New Hampshire, and I always will.
Clinton conceded to Sanders shortly after the polls closed.
It's not whether you get knocked down that matters. It's whether you get back up.
Her defeat was so decisive, Sanders played hoops with his grandkids before his speech instead of watching the results.
Thank you, New Hampshire.
Then he told an ecstatic crowd they had started a revolution.
Because of a huge voter turnout, and I say huge, we won.
The Clinton camp moved quickly to try to blunt his momentum, releasing this memo explaining why Clinton will fare better in southern states with more minorities, thanks to support, quote, forged over more than 40 years of fighting for and alongside communities of color.
Human rights as women's rights, human rights as gay rights, human rights as worker rights, human rights as voting rights, human rights across the board for every single American.
The Sanders campaign argued his message about income inequality will resonate with minority voters once they hear it.
We are going to create an economy that works for all of us, not just the 1%. And now it's on to Nevada, South Carolina, and beyond.
South Carolina will be an early test of his message with minorities. He currently trails in that state by 22 points. He can discuss that with the Reverend Al Sharpton this morning when they sit down for breakfast at the famed Sylvia's restaurant in Harlem. President Obama did the same thing during his 2008 campaign, Nora.
All right, Nancy, thank you.